Okay, hello people. Thank you for inviting me. It's really great to be here.
Okay, you have control, so there you go. You're off. Enjoy.
Okay, thank you. So, hello and good morning. My presentation is called Show Me Who You Are, and I will teach you, and it's about personalities. But first of all, let me tell you something about myself. I am a teacher of English and German in Greece, in Thessaloniki, Greece, and currently I'm working at a big educational organization called Hyphen as an educational consultant. We make e-learning courses and also edit books for major publishers like Oxford, Cambridge, and Pearson. Anyway, my subject is about personalities, and my teaching and what we do there at the Hyphen School, or Eleon, is based on personalities. So can you tell me some types of personalities that you know, based on what you see also on my slide? Thank you, Philip. First of all, I will concentrate on the visual types. Did you have any ideas how the visual types of learners learn? I see that some of you are writing. They like to see things. Yes, Carmen, that's correct. They learn by seeing things, by looking at things. And yes, it's based some of Gardner theory, and I'm going to talk about Gardner later. They like to see colors, they like to watch videos, they like to see and visualize words. Kinesthetic learners, on the other hand, learn by moving. So they want to move around, they want to touch things, they want to try things, to have a hands-on experience. And how about auditory types? Can you tell me? Do you have any ideas? Listen to music, yes. Song, correct. Songs, basically music, listening to things, listening, somebody talking, discussions, correct. Well, I'm sorry, I have mixed up my slides a bit, so I'm going to go to the third. I also would like to mention that at our school we are based, our lessons and our lesson plans are based on Bloom's taxonomy, and this means that the students get the knowledge, they are presented to what we want them to learn, and then students try to understand, to apply their knowledge, to analyze what they have learned, to create with the things we have learned, and then evaluate themselves. And I'm going back to my third slide. And I'm going to suggest to you some ways, some tasks that my students have done in order to cover all their personality types. First of all, these are my students from the first class of English. It's their first year, and they have watched at home a couple of videos. The one was about schools in Britain, and the other one was about schools in Greece. So they saw what the kids are doing in both Greek schools and British schools, and then when they came back at school, we have made a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation. We have gathered pictures from the internet about the points they have gathered. For example, the break, how long do they have break in England, how long do they have break in Greece, or if they wear uniform, a comparison about the subjects. It doesn't have to be really complex English, only simple English can do in this. And then they wrote their presentation with simple sentences about the differences, and they presented it to the rest of the class. And this is something that they kept in mind because it had a lot of visuals, a lot of pictures, moving videos. And going back to the auditory learners, as somebody told before, karaoke is a great way for students to learn vocabulary. I have done that with many of my classes, and it's really fun, and the students learn words because they need to use them when they sing. I also use another site called Lyrics Training, and they can do karaoke at home, or they can also do listening comprehension tasks like fill in the blanks with the words. And going back to kinesthetic learners, this is again some tips from the first year of my class, and this is my colleague. At the school I'm working, we also use CLIL, and the activity, the kinesthetic activity we did here is about electricity. We were talking about conductors and insulators and electricity, and we put stickers on our heads with different subjects like plastic or something out of wood, water, electricity. And when the electricity touched somebody, the wood, for example, nothing happened. But when the electricity touched a conductor, then the other person was supposed to get electrified and move. This was great. The kids learned a lot of vocabulary, not of course the rules for the electricity, but a lot of vocabulary like cable, electricity, water, stuff like that. And somebody also mentioned Gardner, and I have to say that Gardner has a really interesting theory about the personalities, and he has added some more personalities except from the basic visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And I'm going to mention this. According to Gardner, there are also linguistic types, and they are better at language. And also the people who are better at maths, and they learn better with mathematics. So if your students have more of a logical mathematical intelligence, you can give them to make lists, for example, or to give the correct order of the rules. Also naturalistic, the people who learn when they explore the environment. So maybe you can take your students to the park and analyze vocabulary from there, like bench, tree, etc. The interpersonal students who work better in a group, and the intrapersonal students who work better alone. So if you have people who are intrapersonal, you could give them quieter tasks to do, or something that doesn't have to do with a lot of movement and with a lot of people. In our school, we also flipped the classroom, and it is something that also has to do with the personalities, because we give the students a lot of video, pictures, and audio material that they can work on at home. And then when they come to school, they do a lot of kinesthetic activities, a lot of projects, and they practice the whole three personalities, the whole three ideas. CLIL is also important. Do you know what CLIL stands for? Can you tell me the initials? If you do, or maybe share if you do something like that at your school. Content and language integrated learning, which means that you combine other subjects with English. Thank you for your answers. And anything can be combined in English. For example, last year I presented with a couple of PE teachers at a convention, and we had presented movement activities that also had to do with vocabulary and grammar activities in English. But you can also involve other lessons, other courses as well, like geography. This is very important because the students can learn a lot about other cultures and civilizations. Oh, I'm finishing. Okay, or physics. Okay, I have to stop now, I guess.